Remember how Hostess went out of business? They're in bankruptcy now. No more Twinkies, etc. They'll be bought by someone. Twinkies will be back. But what won't be back is the 18,000 workers. They're all fired, right? Well, we got insult to injury news today. Turns out the executives had raided their pensions. The new CEO in charge, it is not his fault, he's just reporting it, says, hey man, look, last year, I don't know why they did it, how they did it, but they dipped into the pensions that they weren't supposed to dip into. Now, understand, that's money that comes out of your paycheck every single week. And they put it aside for you. Except the executives didn't put it aside for you. They took it. And remember, last month, a court agreed that those executives should get a nearly $2 million bonus, even though the company's bankrupt. Man, this is a royal screwing. If the American people knew how badly they were getting screwed, there'd be a lot more of that anger in the streets, man. I mean, and part of the reason you don't know is because the media doesn't tell you. I mean, you turn on CNN, do they tell you this story? Do they tell you who's actually funding Snyder? No, they say Snyder is a guy who is, you know, he said this and she said that, and Snyder appears to be a moderate, but he went in this direction this time. Do they tell you who's pulling the puppet strings? No, they never tell you that. They tell you that these executives, they robbed you blind, and then they fired all 18,000 of you, and then now they say, oh, sorry, we don't know where your pension is. Are you kidding me, man? If there's any justice in the world, those executives from Hostess should be immediately arrested. I mean, that's theft. That's theft. What if they can't get the money back in bankruptcy? What if they can't get the money to put in the pensions? What are they going to say? Just sad day, ha ha, you worked all that time, we took all that money out of your paycheck, and we kept it. And we got a bonus for that. They're inviting disaster, man. When people find out how bad they got robbed, people are not happy about being robbed. That makes them pretty damn angry. You're inviting disaster. There are bounds of reason to how much you can push people. And they push and they push and they push. God damn it, I can't believe they took their pensions. The sad thing is, I can believe it, because they do it over and over again. God. And by the way, you know, look, we talk about the corporate machine, right? And yeah, no question, the corporate machine exists, and if you have a soul, you get removed, and they bring in the next guy, etc. But I mean, there are human beings making these decisions. If all these guys that work at the Young Turks, they put into their pensions, all those years they worked and put into the pension, and then I took the fucking money. I mean, when you make it personal, do you understand what a bad fucking guys these guys are? And then after I took all their money and laughed, I asked for a bonus, and the court gave it to me. No, man, this is a sickness, man. At some point, we got to put an end to it, and in the right way. We got to pass the amendment. If we don't pass the amendment, we're whistling past the graveyard here, the graveyard of our democracy.